Assalamualaikum, Assalamualaikum, and a very good evening I bid to all of you. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the EQ Show program. We appreciate you for taking time off your busy schedule to join us tonight. Before we begin today's program, I have a few reminders to all of you. Firstly, for your information, this program is a live season and is broadcast through UEC YouTube channel. Thus, I would like to seek your cooperation not to leave any insensitive or inappropriate comment in the comment section. Secondly, please stay tuned with us until the end of the show to learn ample of new things and to not miss the chance for attendance and merit record. All right, before we begin, let us start the program with prayer recitation. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami ingin merafakkan kesyukuran kepadamu atas pertemuan kami pada hari ini. Jadikanlah kami hamba-hambamu ini sentiasa bersyukur terhadap rezeki dan kurniaan-Mu. Sesungguhnya Engkaulah Tuhan yang Maha Memberi. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, kami berhimpun hari ini untuk menjayakan majlis EQ Show. Maka Kau permudahkanlah majlis ini supaya ia berjalan dengan lancar. Kami ingin menimba ilmu sebanyak mungkin supaya kami mampu memperkembangkan potensi kami sehingga menjadi hamba-Mu yang Kau redai, Ya Allah. Kurniakanlah ilmu kepada kami, sinarilah hati kami dengan hidayah-Mu. Sesungguhnya Engkaulah Tuhan yang Maha mendengar lagi Maha mengetahui. Ya Dzal Jalali wal Ikram, hadiahkanlah kami kesihatan badan, kecerdasan minda, ketenangan jiwa dan kekuatan semangat. Kami memohon kepada Engkau, Ya Allah, bantulah kami dalam menghadapi segala cabaran. Ringankanlah beban kami, sesungguhnya Engkaulah yang Maha berkuasa. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين 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 يا رب العالمين. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a brief introduction about EQ Show program. EQ Show program is all about entrepreneurship, where it plays a significant role in elevation of developing countries and allowing a better quality of life for more people. In this way, we can see how important it is in today's world. Therefore, a series of video and quizzes are waiting for all of you. So, without wasting our time, we will start our activity for tonight by watching a video. I hope that you guys will enjoy the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 3 years, I doubled my NBA income in the marketplace. You hearing what I'm saying? And I've never had a real job, but I got a mindset. Lesson number 1. For you to get to that next level, here's what you need: information. You need to get information. No offense, I don't even watch TV. CNN don't pay my bills. Okay? Power don't pay my bills. I don't even watch TV. I might catch a sporting event, or don't get mad about a football game. I love to watch football. But I don't watch TV. Why? It's unproductive in my opinion. I get 24 hours a day just like Bill Gates. I get 24 hours a day just like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You get 24 hours a day, ladies and gentlemen. What do you do with your 24 hours? You need to get more information. In our coaching program, all we do is drop content nonstop. And people are like, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that. See, you don't even know what you don't know. How did you let me come from behind and clip you? Do you guys know the studies show the better we look, the more money we make? Which means your website should pass the eyeball test. Your truck should pass the eyeball test. Your people should pass the eyeball test. You should pass the eyeball test. Everybody in this room has a promised land somewhere, but you can't be stuck on the city you like. You gotta hear God and go to your promised land. Your promised land might be Utah. Your promised land might be Minnesota. Your promised land might be Wyoming. Hear me clearly. You better use your money to get information and access, and you better be flexible, because a real shark is flexible. Can we stop fronting and get real about this thing? And if I can do it, you can do it. I knew nothing about life. I knew nothing about business, but I had the right mindset, and I learned it through sports. And y'all got to hear my story so you understand. I didn't even start on my college basketball team. I came off the bench. At the University of Minnesota, I came off the bench. But in my mind, you can bring me off the bench, but I'm an NBA ball player when you get through talking. When you get through, I'm an NBA ball player. And that's why I would walk around and say, you can't check me. You can't check me. You can't check me. If I was you, I would walk around every day and say, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I declare it right now. I'm worth millions. I'm worth millions. I will receive my salary right now, but I won't accept it as my value. So whatever you receive right now, receive it, but don't you accept it as your value. Because there's more out here for you if you change your mindset. In my coaching program, I got a concept called the black tie effect. Oh, I wish I had more time. It's called the black tie effect. If you don't own your own tuxedo and go to at least 6 to 10 black tie events in your market, you suck. There's no better way for you to distinguish yourself as a top business leader in your area than to go to black tie events. I didn't say fundraiser. Black tie events attract the top businessmen in your area. And what happens at a black tie event? You sit at a table, and in America we ask 2 questions. What are those 2 questions? What is your name? And what do you do? What is your name? And what do you do? What would happen in your local marketplace? You became known as a philanthropist. What would happen in your local marketplace? You were known as being charitable. What would happen in your local marketplace if all the other business owners who are highly successful not only know your company, but they know you personally? Can I ask you a question? How many black tie events do you go to? When I stopped playing basketball, I had no money coming in, and all I would do is go to black tie events and be around highly successful people. And I would sit at the table. They would ask me my name. And the second question, I was waiting for it. But what do you do? Well, I'm a former NBA player, but now I'm a motivational speaker. And at those black tie events, you know, they attract not only successful business people, they attract the good guys too. See, snake business guys who only care about money, they don't go to black tie events. People who go to black tie events care about their community. People who go to black tie events make a difference in their community. Let me tell you something. I noticed right away at the black tie events, these were the successful people that I wanted to know, and I began to build leverage. I began to build a brand by building relationships with the top business people in my community because I was willing to go to black tie events. There's nothing more important you can do, business owner, than to buy you a tuxedo and go to black tie events, because everybody in the building is going to ask you your name, and they're going to ask you what you do. What would happen if your company became endeared to some charity in your community? Ladies, what better way is it to build the culture? Some of you wives, why don't you drive this? He's busy trying to make money. You drive the charity. You found the organization, and you make sure that your company is synonymous with some philanthropic area in the community. There's nothing better than changing a life. There's nothing better than blessing somebody who's less fortunate. I made a commitment of lifting the spirit of people who were trying to get to that next level. Start your business with charity. There's no better methodology than that. Never forget this, all great brands are built on passion. So before you build your brand, it's not about the color, it's not about the font. All great brands are built on passion. So can I ask you a question? What are you passionate about? See, if you're not passionate about anything, your marketing is going to be ho-hum as well. Does that make sense? You can't build a great brand without passion. Let's take a look at Nike. Phil Knight built Nike and the brand out of passion. He loves to run, and he couldn't find good running shoes. So he said, well, I'll just start a company and make some myself, because a good runner needs to have good shoes. He's built an international brand based on passion. If you want to be a millionaire, you got to think like $1 million person. You can't fake this thing. Y'all hear what I'm saying? You got to be legit in this game. You can't fake it to the NBA. You got to be able to ball out. You got to be able to hoop. You got to be legit. And in business, it's the same way. You got to be legit. So take your money and get some information in your head, and then take some money and get access. I got 3 kids. And this is why you got to get access so you can make life easier for your kids. Well, ain't nobody do nothing for me. Oh, your mindset is jacked up. Ain't nobody do nothing for me, so I ain't gonna do nothing for my kids. You ain't thinking about your legacy. Right now, it's like a track meet. You're running a 4x1, 100-meter dash. 4x1, and your baton is in your hand. And let me tell you something. I want you to run as strong as you can, as fast as you can, as hard as you can, and one day you're gonna get old. One day your knees gonna buckle. And your son gonna be right behind you. Your daughter gonna be right behind you, and at a track meet, they yell, stick. And you gotta make a successful handoff to the athlete in front of you. And that's your son, that's your daughter. So can you do me a favor? You gotta get on that track and run because the baton is in your hand right now. And to me, 50 grand ain't enough to live your dreams. To me, 80 grand ain't enough to live your dreams. Who's trying to live in that big house? Who's trying to live in that big car? Who's trying to retire with some real money in the bank? Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know the average American only has $1,500 in savings? You're a car accident away from going broke. Hear me closely. Don't sell product. Sell hopes and dreams. Don't sell product. Sell hopes and dreams. Don't sell product again. Sell hopes and dreams. I give myself away and blessings come my way. In your community, be charitable. In your community, be a giver. In your community, get to know the other givers, and I promise you one thing, something's gonna happen to your heart, something's gonna happen to your culture, and the lagging indicator, something's gonna happen to your pocket.
That was very interesting video, right? So to continue our program for today, I will pass the season to my friend Srika, who will be introducing our activities for tonight's season.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first series of EQ Show Beginning Program. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Srika Naraja, and I'll be your host throughout the quiz for 3 days. As you know, this quiz will be conducted via Kahoot, and only top 20 participants will be eligible to compete in the next level of the quiz. Now, let me begin with the rules and regulations of quiz level 1. We have 6 terms and conditions for this quiz. The first one is regarding the platform. Browse website kahoot.it and enter Kahoot pin to join quiz level 1. Please remember to use the same username ID registered in the Google form. Please do not cheat or refer to internet or books. Answer all 15 MCQ questions and make sure you have a strong and stable internet connection. So everything is clear? Please do not hesitate to ask your doubts. So all okay? Any doubts?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. So if there's no question, then we will begin the quiz. Good luck to all the participants. The game will start now. So all participants can log in Kahoot with the code given in the slide 2899365. I repeat, 2899365. We will wait for 5 minutes to all the participants to join the Kahoot. So we still have few more minutes for you all to come inside the Zoom.
I would like to ask one question.
Yeah, what is it, Pika?
When I register, I just enter my name. I didn't put my matrix number. Should I follow the way how I insert in the Google form, or should I enter using my matrix number and name in Kahoot?
Give me a moment here. I'll check with the technical team regarding this. Prasant, follow exactly how you did in the Google form.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I didn't have to put my matrix number because I didn't put while I fill the Google form.
Yeah. Use your name.
Okay.
For those who put your informations in your Google form, follow that. I mean, follow exactly how you did in the Google form, because that's the easy way for us to see like who is the winner and things like that. So far 79, but I'm pretty sure there's not only 79 of you registered. So okay, we have 82. Nice. Expecting more. Come on, guys, you still have 1 more minute to come inside the Kahoot. Anyone still having any issue coming into the Kahoot? Any more questions? Yeah, it's Ken Sweta. Yeah, Ken, just put your short name. We can still track you in the Google form, so it's fine. We have 85. Anyone still like trying to come inside the Kahoot? Like, if you let us know, we can wait for you for another few more moments. Anyone still like trying to come inside the Kahoot? We have 85. Anyone else still trying, or any questions? Anyone struggling? Please let me know. I believe some of y'all are still trying. Okay, we have already given another extra 1 minute. So it's time to start our quiz right now. I believe no one is like still outside of Kahoot trying to coming in. I believe nothing like that is happening. So the quiz level 1 starts now. And again, all the very best to all the participants. So our first question is, limited liability, indefinite length of life, ease of expansion, legal entity, and transfer of ownership are considered advantages of a... Is it a corporation, partnership, trade union, sole proprietorship? Which color, which shade? Keep track of the time for each question here so that you don't take so long to think. Okay, the answer is here. It's corporation. It's because corporation is advantageous due to the separate legal body that is created by a state charter. The charter limits individual liability, allows for permanency of existence, ease in transferring ownership, and a greater number of resources for financial support. Both the sole proprietorship and partnership have limited liability, definitive lifespan, difficulty in raising capital, and not separate legal entities. A trade union is a group that represents people in similar occupational skill areas. I'm giving this explanation so that you guys know why this is the correct answer. So done with question number 1. Let us move to the second one. Second question, there are 7 types of brand positioning: category-based, consumer-based, competitor-based, benefit-based, price-based, attribute-based, and prestige-based. Referring to Sensodyne, Colgate, and Pepsodent whitening, which type of brand positioning is the most suitable? Price, benefit, or competitor? It's benefit based because all the 3 items given in the question is giving the same benefit to the consumer. So it's positioned according to the benefit that's given to the consumer. Now we proceed to the third one. Market share is a portion of a market controlled by a particular company or product. How can you calculate market share? Playing with some formulas. So how to calculate? We use annual total sale of industry or annual total sale of one competitor. How do we calculate? The correct answer is annual total sales of a company. You divide that with annual total sales of the industry. Next question. Entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risk in the hope of profit. What are the characteristics of an entrepreneur? He or she need to be a risk taker or a procrastinator. or inept or lavish? Which one? It's kind of easy, but let's see. The correct answer is risk taker. An entrepreneur should be someone who has the courage to take the risk that's in the upcoming business. So, next question. Where is Jimmy Choo, a famous fashion designer, born in? Malaysia, United Kingdom, Taiwan, or Singapore? I'm pretty sure everyone knows Jimmy Choo. So, where Jimmy Choo was born? Which country? Jimmy Choo was born in Malaysia. That's a very proud thing to say. So before proceeding to the next question, let's look at the scoreboard for current ranking. This is just to like boost your energy to do better in the quiz. So let's see. Okay, before reading the top 5, 24 players have reached answers 3. I'm proud of you guys, honestly. Alifa Ilyana is the first one, followed by Jamin, Amanda L, Hillman, and Imran. That's really nice to see these, but not to worry. We still have like 10 more questions. So, you know, the scoreboard can change anytime. Next, we go to the 6th question. What is the purpose of a business plan? Is it to document your financial activity during 1 year? Is it to attract the investor or attract the customer? What is the purpose? And please read the question properly because these answers are quite similar to each other. Business plan. It is to attract the investors. You need to present your business plan to the investors so that they'll be interested in your business and start to invest in your business. That's the main reason why are we doing business plan. So let us proceed to the next question. What is pitching? Throwing or casting a ball, presenting business idea to another party, or high or low frequency of sound. Please choose the answer which is the most suitable one. Because pitching do have different meanings, but just the most different one to our situation now. Is it a ball or a sound or a business idea? The correct answer is presenting business ideas to another party. When you are telling about your business idea to another party, you're explaining about your business, that's what we are calling as pitching your business plan. So go to the next question, please. What is target market? A group of investors or a group of consumers? Or it's a place where we target to market our products? What is target market? Which one in the three? Investors, consumers, or a place? The correct answer is a group of consumers at which a product or a service is aimed. So your target market is the targeted people where you can market your product. It's more like your consumers, your estimated consumers. So let's proceed to the next question. A standard business plan is 1 page length. True or false? I'm pretty sure all of you have seen business plans. So a standard one, what the size of it will be? Is it 1 page length? Lesser than that? More than that? True or false? A business plan. Everything about a business. It's false. Usually a business plan will be nearly 2 to 3 pages because you need to explain everything about your business. So 1 page is like very crowded and the investors might not get all the information that they want from 1 page. So next question. Forrest Li was the founder of Foodpanda, Shopee, Grab, or Uber. All these 4 company names are like very familiar to us. But who is the founder? Forrest Lee. Foodpanda, Shopee, Grab or Uber? Shopee. I'm pretty sure everyone here, like at least once in a lifetime, has ordered something from the Shopee without knowing who actually founded it. So Forrest Lee is the founder of Shopee, and thanks to Forrest Lee for making our life easier. Before going into 11th question, let us see the scoreboard again to know the current ranking. So any guess? Like, will there be any major changes? Okay, I wouldn't say major changes, but there are changes. Combo Breaker, 15th place, just dropped their answer. Okay, I sense there's one question which is very difficult for many people. So the first place is Pooh, followed by Alifa, Eliana, Chai, Jen, Ja, Min, Amanda, L. We still have 5 more questions to change this entire scoreboard. So next, 11th question. What is the most important step for a startup company when they just started? Initial market research, scaling up the business, or design product packaging? Oh my god. Betul kan Kak Adlina ni nervous? So which one, guys? Conduct initial market research. Scaling up your business can be a later part of it. Even like designing product package can be a later part of it. But you need to conduct the market research first before, especially when you just started your business, for you to understand the industry well. So next. What is a social entrepreneurship? Nowadays in social medias like IG and Facebook, we are keep on seeing all the social entrepreneurship advertisements. But what is social entrepreneurship? Specific social objectives, or doing charity to people in need, or focus on profit? Which one? Which one, guys? A business that has specific social objectives that serve its primary purpose. This is what we call as social entrepreneurship. When we go help people in need, it's more like a charity. When we give importance to profit more than the social objective, it's like a regular business. So when you give the priority to social objectives that you have, that's when the business turns into a social entrepreneurship. Next question, please. Which company is not considered as a social entrepreneurship company? We have given 3 examples here. Langit Collective, selling heirloom, Malaysian farmers, 50% profit given to the farmers. Percy Malaysia, providing medical relief to people in need, and Heart Treasure, selling handicraft made by people with disabilities. Which one is social entrepreneurship? Mercy. Which one is not the social entrepreneurship? So Mercy Malaysia, providing medical relief for people in charity. This is a form of charity. We are just helping people without charging them anything. So next question. I understand the question was quite close to each other. 14th question is, what is lipstick effect? What is lipstick effect? Spending money on small indulgences during recession, market share of a company fall because of recession, customers buying makeup due to habit. Which one? Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Honestly, this is the first time I'm hearing lipstick effect. Lipstick effect. Consumers spending money on small indulgences during recession. So every time when you take a lipstick and apply lipstick on your lips, remember this. So next question, which will be our last question actually. Which one is the correct business term? ROI, return in investment, R&D, research and define, KPI, key popularity index. Which one is correct? They are very used to using the shorter term of it, but full form, which one is correct? Which one? This is the last question. ROI, return of investment. So, successfully, we have completed all the questions. So that's all for today's question. I know everyone is so eager to know who is the top 20 who's going to the next level, but before we announce that, let us all watch a video together.
They don't want what we know out there. You'll never get this on CNBC. But our school system will never tell us that because they're part of the process. Fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. I know the game of the rich. My rich dad taught me. You know it because you're the banker. The bankers and the rich play is different than what they teach you in school. All over the world, what does school teach you about money? And the answer is nothing. And that's not a mistake. That's not an accident. I knew that. Most people know that. The way to keep the poor and middle class working hard is never teach them what the rich know. So if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which came out in 1997, it's what the rich teach their kids about money, the poor and middle class do not. Poverty hurts. I mean, I don't like it. And I don't like that our academic system's so corrupt. You know, we know the banking system's corrupt. We know politics is corrupt. But academics is just as corrupt.
I mean, one thing if it's the banking and the politics, but this is where we send our children and we trust them to do the right things for them, and yet they're being not taught something so fundamental. Like you asked your dad when you were a kid, Dad, you asked your teacher, when are you going to teach us about money? And it was just
Never.
Never.
And they'll never will. You know something. What do you know? Share it. What is financial education? It's not get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. The financial industry is two things, debt and taxes. In 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and the US dollar became debt. And we still tell kids to go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and get out of debt. Now, who tells them to do that? That's the most ridiculous thing there is.
The book starts and it says, lie number 1, saving money will make you rich.
Yeah, it never will. You know that.
All taught that as kids.
Why would you save it and why would you work for it if they can print it faster than you can work for it? Why do you keep saving when they're printing it? The rich don't work for money. Don't you touch that stuff.
It's very subtle, right?
Yep.
They don't say, I'm going to train you to be a worker bee the rest of your life, but they educate you in a way where that's what you come out.
Right.
What else what was he trying to do those first few months were you working for him? What was he trying to get across to you? Because he taught you the hard way about money.
And she says, if you're going to be successful in your life, you've got to find the best teachers. And a great teacher is somebody who comes from the inside, not the outside. But in school, you don't know if your instructor is for real or not. That's where the fake teacher comes from. I said, I want you to teach me about money. So why should I teach you? He said, but if I teach you, you work for me for free. And I said, why for free? And my poor dad went nuts. He says, because if I pay you, you think like an employee. Your brain will change. If you learn never to work for money, you'll be a rich man.
And this is powerful. Once you give someone a paycheck, their brain turns off.
Correct.
Because it's...
And then the promise of a pension.
Right.
And job security.
Which is kind of a paycheck in disguise.
Correct.
After you stop working. Give the man a fish, eats for the day, teach him to fish, eats for a
Correct.
lifetime. And most poor people confuse assets for liabilities. They think their home is an asset, it's actually a liability.
Right. An asset is a noun, like a house. Cash flow is a verb. So to understand if it's an asset or liability, it takes a noun plus verb. So if the cash is flowing out of your pocket, it's a liability. If the cash is flowing into your pocket, asset, verb, it's an asset. So I own 7,000 rental properties. Those are assets. Every month, the cash flows in. Whereas many people have the big house on the hill and the cash is flowing out.
Right.
And they're going broke.
Right, it's like a frame of mind. The other thing the poor don't understand is the number one expense for most people is taxes. And yet we don't even see it. Isn't that weird? You walk around and you look at the paycheck and say, that doesn't seem right, and you don't realize that the government's got a huge hand in your pocket and you are doing nothing to minimize that. Again, this is what's very different about the rich and the poor.
The rich don't work for money. His number one expense is tax. See, there's three kinds of income: earned, portfolio, passive. So earned income is if I get a job, that's earned income. If I'm a doctor or a programmer, that's earned income because I'm working for it. If I buy, let's say, Apple for $10 and I sell it for 20, that's portfolio income, capital gains.
Yeah.
But passive income, which is cash flow, is never taxed. And so these guys are screaming right now in America, tax the rich. I said, good luck. Because most of the guys complaining, they don't know there's three kinds of income. And the rich don't have jobs anyway. They have assets. And so the average schmo out there, poor guy, sent the kid to school. They don't learn this. You see, very few people will buy what I do, make $1 million and pay zero tax. And my rich dad taught me that playing Monopoly. That's how it started. 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. Or the McDonald's formula, right? McDonald's, Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
McDonald's is in the real estate business. So they sell hamburgers, but they buy real estate, so they pay no taxes. This guy Bezos, he's $16 billion. How much tax did they pay on that $16 billion? Zero.
And that's all legal. Anyone can do it.
Everybody can do it.
But most people lack the education.
So once you learn how to use debt as money, you can never say, I can't afford it. You see, because the banks will give you, so the banks, after the crash of 2008, the banks gave me $300 million tax-free. When I asked the average guy, I said, why don't you use debt? They can't even get a loan because their scores, their FICO scores, I don't even have them here, are so bad. The school teachers will never tell you that because they don't know it. My poor dad never knew that. You don't know if something is an asset or a liability until you can say which way the cash flows. So a house is an asset or liability. Well, if it's taking money from your pocket, it's liability. If it's putting money in your pocket, it's an asset. The US government wants me to provide housing, wants me to provide jobs, wants me to borrow money because that's how money is created through debt. I get huge tax breaks. Everybody can do the same thing if they had the financial education to do it. If people understood the tax code, we'd be more prosperous.
But can poverty be passed through genetically?
Yes.
Because it's some type of way of thinking.
It's an attitude.
An attitude.
It's very simple. When people ask me, how do I stop it? I just say, never say, I can't afford it. Ask yourself, how can I? The reason I have so much money is because I don't say I can't do it. I just go, how can I do it? And I just go and do it. I make a lot of mistakes, but that's how I learn. How can I? The poor people, like my poor dad, always said, I can't afford it. Do you think I'm made of money? I'm a school teacher. I can't do that. And I picked that up. And my rich dad never said those words. So when I meet poor people, they use the words I can't a lot. So the people that say, I can't afford it, I can't do this, I can't get to college, the rich are evil, I choose not to participate in that.
And that's one thing people could change today.
Correct.
Right now is that dialogue in their head. Stop saying the word can't.
I can't.
Right.
So how can I?
How can I? Especially as in, I can't afford it, how can I afford that?
Right.
Because that opens them up to looking at it as an investment to a greater future.
Right. When I borrowed $300 million, I couldn't do it until I went to ask. And I got turned down so many times. I said, and every time I showed the banker my financials and he'd go, sorry. I said, look, do me a favor. Why did you turn me down? And he'd tell me, this is out, the numbers are out here. So if I get these numbers fixed, can I come see you again? He goes, sure. So it's called rejection. Same as my wife rejected me for 6 months. It's just a matter of personal willpower, which is spiritual. Just saying, if they can do it, I can do it.
And how can I?
How can I?
And I think it's you once said, words become flesh.
Yep. That was the Bible too. intelligence increases through your mistakes, through the ups and downs, and what you learned. Real estate's real estate, but what I learned made me richer, not the money. You don't need money to make money. You know, I think all of us, every human being has that low point in their life. And if they get the message, a new life begins. If they don't get the message, they keep going down. The richer I got was because I didn't need any money. I could use this to make money. But how did I get there? Is I made a lot of mistakes. People are afraid of making mistakes and all this, fear of failing. It limits them. Nice, so very nice. So many people trapped in the same device.
That was a very interesting yet insightful video. Well done to all the participants for finishing the questions. Now is the time for me to announce the participants who are able to compete in the second level, which will be the intermediate series of quiz tomorrow. The top 20 eligible participants will be announced now and will be displayed on the screen. I'm excited. Okay, we have the whole 20 people name list. The 20th place is Alia, Lee, Lin Yin, Irfan, Lin Yu Wai, Yizwan, Imran, Hilman, Jaren, Amanda L, Taijan, Sweta, Huyin, Kelly, Sunita, Lee Sijia, Jamin, Fu, Lo SY, and Alifa Ilyana. That's the 20 names. That's all for the names. To the participants who succeeded for level 2, congratulations to all of you. I'm really happy that I'll see you again for tomorrow in the intermediate quiz. And for those who did not succeed, do not worry. You can try again next time, but do not miss the chance to hear interesting talks on Tuesday on our YouTube channel. I really had a fun and good time with y'all. And with that, I'll pass the next session to Izzat. Thank you.
Thank you, Shrika, for conducting the quizzes, and congratulations again to everyone who have completed your quizzes for tonight. So we have almost come to the end of this program. Before we leave, I need the cooperation from all participants to switch on your camera because we are going to take some photos together. So I will pass to the technical team.
Okay, Amma is ready. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Ready. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
So thank you to the technical team and thank you for your cooperation to everyone. Attention to all students. Please wait until the end of this program. A QR code will be displayed in a moment for attendance record and feedback of the program. A Google Form link will also be shared in the comment section to be filled. To fill in the form for merit record, and the form will be open for 10 minutes only. So thank you for staying with us, everyone. Please stay safe, and we will see each other again tomorrow. Good night and Assalamualaikum.